If you are new here, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. So today's video, I want to talk something about Europe. And if you are an international student, you do not have enough money to sponsor your education. Maybe your father or your parents are broke. If you are coming from the broke community, because as the chairman of the broke community, I want to make sure that I bring out information that is going to help the community, right? Thank you so much. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about some scholarship opportunities you can use to study in Italy. A lot of international students don't know this, but it's actually possible to study in Italy for almost free. All right. Yes, that is the reason why you see I wrote study in Italy for free, but you can study for almost free. It's possible. Now, what you basically need to understand is that Italy is one of those countries with a lot of universities. And as an international student, you stand a chance to study on a scholarship. There are a lot of scholarships available in Italy, and it all depends on which one you are going for. And it also depends on the application timeline and the requirements you put in before you can get some of these scholarships. I'm going to be talking about some now, so please make sure you stay tuned and watch the video till the end. If you are new, my name is Milton Fonkwa. I'm equally called the Anointed Village Boy. So without wasting more time, let's talk about this. I will be checking my jotter here because I have a lot of things I put down. If you intend to apply for a school, or if you already applied for a university in Italy, then you still think that you do not have enough money, there are scholarship opportunities you could choose and look into. But like I said, some have requirements, some have a particular time frame you need to apply for, and almost all the schools in Italy offer one or two or three or more of these scholarships. Okay, some schools have these scholarships, and those scholarships are automatic, which means that as soon as you apply for a program, this school automatically give you the scholarship. But again, there may be some restrictions during the award of the scholarship, in case the school wants to award the scholarship. But there are others which do not have restrictions. There are some scholarships that goes only to masters and PhD students and even researchers, and others go to bachelors, both bachelors and the other group of students I mentioned. Now, you also need to understand that among these automatic scholarships, there are some that are very powerful, which I'm going to talk about them. If you manage to secure your way in to get one of these scholarships, you are good to go. Scholarship I want to talk about is the Italian government scholarship. All right, and this Italian government scholarship comes from the Italian government. And if you are a member of the broke community, then I would say that you should target a scholarship like the Italian government scholarship. But remember, there may be age restrictions, and of course, there is a restrictions in terms of who applies for such a scholarship. Bachelor's degree students cannot apply for such a scholarship. The Italian government scholarship can only be done, or those who can apply for it include master's students, PhD students, and of course research students or candidates. And you should always understand that, like I said, there is a particular age that you need to meet in order to apply. You can read more on the websites. I will make sure that I put links in the description box below so that you can check it out and make sure you follow the instruction. That's the first scholarship I wanted you to talk about. Then the other scholarship, the other group of scholarships I want to talk about are scholarships that come from universities. Most schools in Italy will give you a scholarship automatically, no matter what it is. It can be maybe a particular grant that covers just your tuition fee. It can be that it is a grant that is going to cover your tuition fee and living expensive, and why not accommodation. So this is something you should pay attention to. Another group of scholarships I want to talk about is the regional scholarships. But before I go to the regional scholarships, please put into consideration that the Italian government scholarships, usually most of the time, it's open from May, June, and maybe latest July. But again, you have to check the websites very well. As I speak to you, it may not be open now, and it may be open. So please, I know the reason why I'm sending you to the website to go and verify. Now, the other scholarship I want to talk about is the regional scholarships. And after the Italian government scholarship is closing, it gives rise to the regional scholarship. And this is one of the best scholarships in Italy that I can tell every international student to try to apply for this. This particular scholarships is offered per region and is given to students based on the region in which you are studying. If you are studying in Lazio, they have their own. If you are studying in Rome, they have their own. If you are studying in maybe Brescia, they have their own. Bologna, they have their own. Depending on the region in which you are studying in, there is a scholarship called the regional scholarships that you are going to get. All right, and one of these scholarships includes the DSU scholarship. All right, the SU scholarships, all right, and of course the Lazio scholarships, like I talk about. There is one called the Disco something. I'm forgetting the other name. I'm going to put links in the description box for you to check to see if you actually have an admissions, the documents you need, everything you need to know about this scholarship, so that before you arrive Italy, you should figure a way out on how to get this cash, put it in your pockets, then you study for free. It's almost free. Why not? Some of these scholarships, when your tuition fee is 1,500 euros, they may just pay everything, or some will just pay maybe 1,200, and you are left with 300 euros to pay. Yes, even with 180 euros, 200 euros, you can study in Italy if you follow the rules I'm giving you here, and of course you check the regional scholarship. Most of these regional scholarships cover the entire program. They cover your needs, all right, the things you need in school, and of course they are going to give you allowances. They equally cover for the meals. There is food, except that you are the one who would decide that no, I do not need the food, I don't like the food, I will not eat the food. Then you take money. If you do not want to take the food that they are giving to you, then they are equally going to give you money. They equally covers your accommodation, they cover your tuition fee. If you do not want to take the accommodation they are giving to you, then you can tell them that you want to rent your own apartment. They are going to give you the money. Most of the time, money for accommodation, I think it should be at least 250 euros times 1 year. They have a particular time frame they are going to give you this money, okay? They don't just give you at once. Then sometimes these scholarships, like I said, it's not like the government scholarships, like the Italian government scholarship. No, these scholarships is awarded to BSc students as well, and of course MSc students and PhD students. All you need to do is that you need to qualify for it, and there are things you need to do. Remember, I said it is based on your needs and your allowances, or how your family background is. The more you document that you are poor, from a poor family, the better for you, and the more money you get from this scholarship. So never you even mention somewhere that you are coming from a medium class family, because there are documents you need to fill and there are procedures you need to follow. I'm still going to talk about how you can figure a way out and the documents you need to apply for the regional scholarships in Italy. It is very good. It's going to help you a lot. So if you are from a poor background, it helps you get this scholarship, and of course you will study in Italy for free before you know you figure your way out. Broke community, this is something you need to put into consideration, but right now you cannot apply again for admissions, because like I always tell you people, to study in Europe, you need to start your application from February, March, April, May, June latest, all right? But not this time, because it's even difficult now. Remember, when you are studying or when you're applying to study in Italy, you need to apply. Then when you get admissions, you do what is called verification and notification. First of all, you have to confirm your position and of course put in your details on Universally. It's called pre-registration. I hope you understand this. So these are some of the things that you need to focus on and some of the scholarships that you need to pay attention to. Another scholarship type in Italy that you should focus your mind on, always ask your department if they have a particular scholarship scheme you can apply to. It's very possible to get a scholarship from the department as well. And the very last scholarship I want to talk about is the Invest Your Talent scholarship, all right, in Italy. And remember, a part of this Invest Your Talent scholarship and the government scholarship that have some restrictions, there is also this possibility of you to grab even all the scholarships. Remember, even if you grab the scholarships, all of them, you can apply to all of them, guys. Yes, you can apply to all of them, and if you win all of them, you have the right to choose just one. Okay, just one. And if you ask my opinion, I will tell you that to go for the regional scholarship is the best option so far, because it covers almost everything. If your tuition fee is like 2,000 euros or maybe 1,500, before you know, you will be paying maybe just a semester contribution of maybe 100 euros or 120 or 180, maximum 200, and you study for free. So these are some of the things you need to put into consideration if you want to really grab a scholarship in Italy. It is not difficult, especially the regional scholarship, which is more focused on family allowance, household income, and all the rest. In this scholarship, you have to show documents like properties you have, how many people are in the family, the minimum wage you earn per month in the family, and a whole lot of things. I'm going to expatiate more in subsequent videos so that you understand. Make sure you check the entire channel to know what is going to help you. Very soon is visa application, and in another video I'm going to talk about the documents you need to apply for visas and some of the changes that are available right now, because like I told you, things are changing every year. The government of these countries are changing the opportunities for us, or maybe changing requirements. And remember that every year Italy has a particular number of students that they take in their country. So giving you this now, I'm trying to tell you that apply as early as possible, because as soon as the threshold is reached, they will no longer accept visa applications, and before you know, you start getting issues like appointments not available and stuff like that. Till we meet again in another one, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. My name is Milton Fonkwa. Bye bye. How does study gap affect your visa? The longer your study gap away from school, the higher your chances of your visa being rejected is higher. Now, let me put it this way. It looks like my English is not the best, but let's break it down this way. If you graduated, let's assume that you graduated in 2017 and you decide to go back to school. In 2017, you have not been working, all right? Let's say you have been home, maybe doing your side hustles. You have not been to school, you haven't done anything. Let's assume that you graduated with business administration. Your bachelor's was business administration. Then now you decide to go back to school in 2024 and you are applying for a program. Let's say you get the program and maybe business administration as well, and you are already maybe like 35 years and above. Then your chances of being rejected the visa is higher. But now you can turn it around. How do you turn it around? You can now convince the visa officer that since you stopped school, this is what you have been doing and this is what you have been doing. You try to convince them to give you a reason, or to show them a reason. You have to show them a reason why they should give you the visa at this age, at this point in time, that you were not in school. So study gap plays a very important aspect in your visa rejection or acceptance. The higher you are away from school, or let me say the longer your age, the higher your age and the higher the distance in which you left school, the greater are your chances of being rejected.